What's going on, y'all? This is Francisco with Covenant Dispatch LLC, and welcome to my YouTube channel. So if this is your first time visiting this channel, please do me a favor right under this video, hit that subscribe button. And of course, after watching this video, or if you've watched some of my videos already and you like the kind of content that I put out, please hit that like button right next to it so that this video can reach a more broader audience and help a lot of other people who want to know about this kind of industry. Besides that, guys, as you can see in the title and even in the thumbnail, I want to give you guys some practical strategies and even steps on how you can make $100,000, of course, within a year with your own box truck. Now, let me say this before I jump into anything else. As you can see in some of my other videos, or maybe you haven't seen any of my previous videos, we've been talking mainly about independent freight dispatching, but more recently, I wanted to start shifting into box truck owning. I myself started that way with a fleet of 3 box trucks, and so I want to just share some of those strategies that you guys can use in your own box truck businesses. Now, let me say this. Most of the videos that you're going to see here on YouTube from some of these guys are going to talk about how you can make box truck money off of the load boards, right? I like to call that model box trucking over the road, or some of you might have heard it as box trucking OTR. In this particular video, I actually want to show you guys how you can make money and a good amount of revenue without even using the load board, right? So that's what we're going to jump into, right? Next thing I wanted to say before jumping into the portion of the video where I actually start to show you guys some things we have put together and released as of yesterday. Today I'm making this video at November 30th, 2022. Yesterday, November 29th at 9 a.m., we just released our box truck course. So we have a box trucking course, very basic practical steps on how you can get started using 3 particular models, not just load boards, right? So if you guys want to know more information about that, of course, shoot us an email, and the link to access that course is in the description under this video. The course is only $149.99, jam-packed with information. Again, if you guys have any questions, shoot us an email or even comment under this video and let me know. Other than that, let's get right into the video. All right, guys, so like I mentioned earlier on in this video, I just wanted to reveal to you guys another business model that you can use and structure a box trucking business around. It doesn't always have to be, Amazon Relay or, booking loads off of the load board, although those are pretty solid ways in which you can find work and even make a decent amount of revenue and profit depending upon how you structure your business. Because, of course, there are a lot of people who begin into the box trucking industry and don't know anything at all, and therefore usually fail within the first year because they don't know what they're doing. So when starting a box trucking company revolved around load boards and Amazon Relay and stuff like that, guys, just do your due diligence, know what you're doing. Make sure you know what your cost per mile is so that you're never going below that. And just be mindful. Like I said, do your research. But anyways, I wanted to reveal to you guys a different strategy in which you can, or I should say a different business model in which you can structure your box trucking business around and absolutely can make over 100,000 annual. So I know I made the thumbnail and the title, making $100,000 with your box truck, and this is very possible using this particular business model. So the business model is junk removal and moving services. So of course, with junk removal and moving services, you have to do your own marketing. You have to capitalize on marketing yourself, or of course, if you hire a third-party company to do your marketing. But most of us who are jumping into this box trucking business or would like to are doing it on a relatively tight budget. So, trucking altogether is a pretty expensive business to get into. So we want to try to manage our money, our finances as much as possible. So the best way to do that is to use websites like the one I'm getting ready to show you right now and generate and garnish your own potential customer list or leads, right? So this is a website right here that's basically like a hub. So as you can see, it says hire a pro or find customers. So if I was in the finding customers category, of course, that's if I'm a business owner looking for potential customers. So I'm looking for, leads essentially. So if I go to hire a pro, of course, that's from the perspective of a customer looking for an entrepreneur who offers particular services. So let's just say, for example, I'm offering junk removal services, right? So if I click here on junk removal and I'm a customer looking for junk removal, these are the different companies that are already set up with Thumbtack, and they're basically trying to match me with these companies. So of course you could see your company in here potentially. You just have to get signed up, tell them what you do, And of course, once you begin to start doing some work, make sure you're offering professional services. That way, you're not getting bad reviews for other customers. So this is a great way to gather some leads for your company, um, and even moving services. So if I was looking for moving services, same thing, right? They have all that here, right? So let me jump onto this next website. This website right here essentially does the same exact thing. So if I was a hauler wanting to get signed up with them, I would simply click here on get started. I would go where it says more, click on haulers, and it would bring me right here, and I get started with them. And they do the same exact thing. So if I click right here on how it works, it tells me as a customer, from the perspective of a customer, I download the app, snap a photo, and then wait for them to link me with a business who is able to fulfill my needs. So of course, we want to see your business on here so that you can start to develop some leads. So the last step I wanted to show you guys is Facebook Marketplace. So if I'm on Facebook Marketplace and I'm looking for junk removal, it looks like I already had it on here. So I go on Marketplace, right, and I type in junk removal. When I type in junk removal, it's going to show me all of these different, options that are out there. As you can see, there are people like this guy with a truck, and then also this guy up here, pickup truck for hire, delivery, or junk removal. So these are guys that are literally just posting, their truck or their services and saying, hey, we can, haul your stuff, whatever it may be, and remove it, right? We do junk removal. So this is a way in which you can also find some good leads. You just come on here, go to create a new listing. You want to put item for sale. Now here's the catch with Facebook Marketplace is that technically you're not allowed to, list services, right? But there's ways around it. Of course, obviously, if we go back, we see some of these guys are doing it already. This guy put 1, 2, 3, 4. That doesn't mean every one of his jobs are $1,234. He's just putting 1, 2, 3, 4 so that he can get his, and he takes a picture of his truck as if it's like selling his truck. It's very smart the way he did it. And the same thing with this guy. So same thing. If you have a box truck, put a picture of a box truck. Maybe put $1, and just in the description you're going to want to put that you offer junk removal services like this guy. If we were to click on here, you know, okay, he doesn't have a description necessarily, but usually they'll have a description saying, hey, we do junk removal and things like that. So that's another great way to garner some leads for yourself. The idea is to get as many leads flowing in on a daily basis as possible. Now, of course, the first few months, maybe about 1 to 2 or 3 months of you using some of these strategies, keep in mind these are only 2 platforms. They have plenty of other apps. I'd recommend getting signed up with at least 5 of them. Utilize Craigslist and a bunch of other places that you can post ads and get customers gathered up that way. So you might be asking, how can I make $100,000 in a year with that? Well, let me just break out the calculator and show you guys a practical example. So if I were to put 100,000 on here, divide that by 12, that means I'd have to make $8,333 per month, or at least $2,083 per week. Now keep in mind, guys, one job can be $2,000 or $5,000 or $6,000, so on and so forth. So as you begin to develop your company and grow and gain a reputation and get some good reviews, of course you're going to begin to start getting better and bigger jobs. You can do what was it, 2083 times 4. You could do one job for 8,333. It take you about a week, and that's only 1 week out of the month, which of course would put you well over 100,000. But this is just a practical way and showing how it's possible. It's absolutely possible. We recommend getting a 26-foot box truck because the bigger the trailer, the bigger jobs you'll be able to do, the bigger the revenue, and the bigger the potential profits. So there are other details you want to know. What kind of box truck to get, what kind of model, what kind of specs do you want to get on it. Those kinds of things we absolutely cover in our course. To access that course, the link will be in the description under this video. We tried to make the course as informative as possible, and for the most cost-effective price. It's only $149.99, guys, and you get unlimited access to it. And we do monthly updates when the economy and the market changes. Take advantage of it if you have the time, if you want to learn more. Other than that, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Please hit the like button if you like this video. Share it with somebody else that it might help. Hit that subscribe button. I'll see you guys then.